Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's a hot Monday, and we're breaking down the red carpet looks from last night's Golden Globes. Plus, TV Guide brings their picks of the new shows you're not going to want to miss. And all of today's juiciest hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Yeah! Ta-da! Welcome to Monday! Thank you for watching. And thanks my co-host, my studio audience. Thank you for being here, everyone. How you doing? Stone cold mess, I'll explain. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. You know, we keep it like 3 degrees here in the studio, which is my request to keep the audience awake and, you know, to keep me alive, you know, doing the show and everything. But it is very cold in here. Yes. However, my fingertips are extremely cold, and is there a doctor in the house? Does this mean you're stroking out or something? Like, I'm gonna consult you during the commercial break, okay? Because I can't understand why my fingertips are so cold, I wanna do away with them. Thank you. Did you have a nice weekend? Very nice. So did I. The highlight of my weekend, and don't tell him because he's in school, was that me and my son were as thick as thieves all weekend. You remember it was just a few months ago I was telling you I don't think he likes me? I think he's back to adoring me. I know. Like, probably because he'll want something, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know how that turns out in the next 72 hours. Anyway, did you watch the Golden Globes? They were on TV last night. I thought that Tina Fey and Amy Poehler did a great job hosting. Yeah. You know, it helps that they're also besties in real life, so it's not like one of those fake relationships where they push them together and they say, all right, now make with the funny, you know what I mean? So this is their 3rd year hosting. They say also it's their final year hosting. Although I venture to say that's what people say when they want you to dangle a bigger paycheck. Do you know what I mean? And what I liked about them hosting is that they were equal opportunity hating on everybody, including Bill Cosby. And they were able to get away with that. Well, but the best part, people were saying, of their routine was when the 2 girls roasted George Clooney. Take a look and then we'll talk.
George Clooney married Amal Alamuddin this year. Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. So tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Very funny. Very funny. And you know, I thought that they looked terrific on the red carpet too, George and Amal. I thought that they looked really good on the red carpet. We'll talk more about that later on, red carpet hits and misses, when our friend David Meister comes out. So that's later on in the show. Prince made a surprising appearance. Nobody knew that he was gonna be there. Nobody at all. And yes. And when he came out on stage, if you'll notice the shots in the audience, everybody was fanning out. Just like, oh my, like he reduced A-listers into little girls, you know? But that's what happens. Prince he's such a little man with such a big presence. Remember when I was telling you how he made a request to meet me? See, that's how Prince is, right? So I'm at home minding my own business. I told you about this. But I enjoy telling the story, so I'll tell you again. But look, all right, So I'm in the house minding my own business. Around 9 o'clock at night, my husband, he's also my manager, cell phone rings, bring. Prince is making a request to see Wendy. And so, you know, Kev's like, I'm like, okay, great. You know, I'm thinking the weekend. No, in 2 hours. What? In Manhattan. Now, we live in Jersey. It's right around the corner from Manhattan, but you know that we're live out of New York at 10 a.m. So I'm in the house, minding my own business, getting ready to give you a good show, but Prince wants to meet. So what do? You only get this invitation once. I put on my best wig. jumped into something purple, got in the car and zoomed off. So now here we go. So we get to the city, it's like 11 o'clock at night. Okay, boom. We're waiting for Prince. Now, mind you, I'm starting to get antsy because now it's 11:15 and I'm like, okay, has he no respect for Hot Topics kicking off at 10 a.m.? Then I'm like, wait a minute, that's Prince. He knows nothing outside of his own universe. Okay, wait, relax. All right, 11:30. 11:45. No, I don't want anything to drink. I have to wake up in the morning. Oh my gosh, the music's so loud, I have to wake up in the morning. 12 o'clock, 12:30. Finally, like 1:45, Prince shows up. But it was worth the wait. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you how it went down, right? Okay, so Prince descends the steps and he's with an entourage. And then the entourage comes over and says, Prince wants to see you in the back. Because he's small, so the entourage encompasses him and they walked him like to the back room. So me and Kev, we walked to the back room and it's just Prince and one of his female friends. No, I don't know who she was, but one of his female friends, right? And the room is dark and there's nothing in there. And the room is about as big as this chair. Like it's small, like he's not a germaphobe. We were practically sitting in each other's laps. He was fabulous. He laughed, he watches our show. Yeah. It was fantastic. And we talked about everything. And there were only two things that he didn't like. Number one, he was not taking a picture, which was fine with me, because he was giving me what I give people. You know what I'm saying? No, he doesn't want to take a damn picture. He's like, remember the moment, Wendy, just remember the moment. I'm like, okay, we have that in common. And number two, he doesn't like you to curse around him, for which, when I'm not on this show, just call me Sailor Wen. But I was happy to oblige. We sat for like an hour, got back in the car, went back to Jersey, went back to bed, came in the next morning. Anyway, it was worth it. When Prince is in the building, everybody turns into a 5-year-old girl. Yeah, the best. Okay, so Beyoncé had you all talking all weekend. Because I didn't buy into it. She posted this picture and has everybody talking about, is this bump right here a baby bump announcing pregnancy? And I said, well, it could be announcing breast reconstructive surgery. I don't know what this is announcing, but I always did like being buried in the sand. Do you like that? I love that. I just love that. Anyway, do you think she's pregnant? Clap if you do. So the majority of you did not fall for it. Do you think that she is manipulating the media like she always does? So do I. Here's my thought. She does not tweet, Facebook, that whole bit. Her whole form of communicating with you and her super fans called the Beehives is through pictures. And that's the way everybody likes to look at Beyonce. It's great. She's not the best talker, so it's best that she I've told you before, and I'll say it again. If you hear her talk, you're gonna need closed captioning on your TV. I bet you if Amy Pollard and Tina Fey said that, you wouldn't be, oh. All of a sudden, I say something, oh. Anyway, I don't know whether she's pregnant or not. If she is, congratulations. If she's not, fine. I don't feel as though she owes it to us to say that she's pregnant. But because she's got these super fans, who live and have no lives outside of her, maybe she owes. Well, I'm saying, I know I ain't lying. I read your lips. You can be a fan of somebody's, but when you become obsessive, it's like, it's borderlining weird. So, there are people who have fans, like say George Clooney has regular fans, but Beyonce has regular fans like some of you, but then she's got those super fans who live, die, and cry by her. So maybe she should say something. The thing I love about pregnancy is that you can't keep it a secret for long, right? So I guess this is just a wait and see thing, a wait and see. In the meantime, Beyonce is manipulating you all again. Let's talk about something else. Excuse me. This was not my original plan to wear today. What happened is 5 minutes before, and here's Wendy. I get up out of the makeup chair and the zipper to the back of my original dress busted wide open. Thank God Memsor was at the ready with another black dress. So I just slipped this one on and came out here. Look, what a messy show. Listen, Bill Cosby's live shows are getting way out of control. Now look, this is his third show that he's done in Canada, and each one is met with, sure, there are alleged fans there in the audience, although I venture to say 75% of the people in the audience are people waiting to see something happen. You know what I mean? I think that there's like maybe 25% of the audience super fans, oblivious to anything, any of these allegations going on, and the other 75% are waiting to see something go down. So he was in Canada last night for his third show. Protesters stood up and disrupted his performance. Now you've got to watch this very closely, and then we're going to talk. And keep in mind, if Tina Fey and Amy Poehler talk like I'm about to talk, you'd be clapping. But because it's me talking, you can throw hot grease all day. I'm still going to give my opinion. Roll it.
Stop. Let them. Stop.
We believe Cosby.
Woo.
Listen, now, here we're going to continue with our show. Stop. Really? No, don't do this, please. That's all right. Stop. It's all right.
No, it's not all right. And I'm going to tell you why. See, this is to me where kids come into the fray. You know, many of us, our parents are still with us. We are now fully functioning adults, and the tide has turned. We make our parents think that they're still the boss of us until we have to show them who's really boss, and that would be us as the kids. And it's not about Bill Cosby, you know, standing on millions and millions of dollars so his kids can't tell him what to do. You know, I know he has one son that passed away many, many years ago. He was killed, but he's got 2 daughters. Am I correct? He's got 4 daughters? Well, where are these 4 daughters? See, this is the time where you give your father the hook, like at the Apollo, right? And you pull him off stage and you sit down and you stage an intervention. I'm not counting on Camille, the long-suffering Camille Cosby, his wife, to do it, but it's up to the daughters, you know, modern people. Because, you know, like whether he did this or not, we don't know. He is yet to, now you're not gonna be able to wrangle all almost 30 women to take lie detector tests. And yeah, you know, I watch enough Jerry to know lie detector tests, you know, they don't work all the time, but they can just give an indication. Maybe if he took a secret lie detector test and then ended up passing it, then that's the story that should be on the front page of the news. He passed the lie detector test and the whole bit, but he's not doing anything except for trotting around looking ridiculous on stage telling these jokes. If this was my dad, and Daddy, you know, I'm not the boss of you, but in a case like this, me and Wanda and Tommy would give you the hook, and we'd pull you off that stage. That's it. And, you know, yes, he is allowed to make a living, but he doesn't need this money. It seems like he's like Teresa and a lot of the housewives, and these people on TV can't stay away from the spotlight. This is the time, Mr. Cosby, to stay in the house that I'm sure is full of everything. Like, what is the point of making a lot of money and becoming wealthy if your house cannot be the best haven ever? With the best coffee maker, the softest couches, the best TVs, like, you know, like, I look for an excuse to stay in the house. Like, I love it's my favorite place, even over the Saint-Tropez in Europe. I love being in the house. Cosby, sit down. You're looking ridiculous. Sorry. And Kim and Kanye might be getting a new neighbor. Guess who? Ray J. Okay, here's my thing. Ray J reportedly made an offer to buy a house 8 doors down from Kim and Kanye. Now, I know what you're saying. If Kim and Kanye have like a $50 million house that they've been working on for like 3 years, then what kind of house is Ray J buying? Apparently, this is a neighborhood that has a bunch of different houses in the $1 million range. Ray J, according to my Hot Topics team, is worth $6 million. And the house that he wants to buy is worth a little over $2 million, right down the street. So I think that this is Ray J winning. I mean, Ray J let go of his dignity a long time ago. Ray J, you know I got love for Ray J and the entire Norwood family, but I'm only calling it the way I say it. Ray J let go of his dignity a long time ago, and most recently on the Love and Hip Hop show, where it's ratchetness at its highness. So therefore, Ray J doesn't give, I mean, so to buy this house is still winning for Ray J, if you consider that winning. In Ray J's lane, I do consider it winning. If I were Kanye, I'd be absolutely upset, and if I were Kim, I'd be pissed beyond belief. But Kanye and Kim, this is what I'd do. You have longer money than Ray J. There's only but so much he can do in the bidding. You call the realtor, find out what Ray J's buying the house for, and then you add in an extra $1 million and shut that down. That's all. I'll tell you what. If you had an ex move on your block, wouldn't you move? Would you clap if you'd move? But okay, but isn't that like making the enemy win? Isn't that making the enemy win? See, in my opinion, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't be about winning and losing. As a matter of fact, it'd just be about peace. Because if I were Ray J, I would do donuts in front of their house in my car. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would be a constant nuisance within the confines of it being legal. Only because that's what a Ray J does at this particular, Oh, and by the way, Ray J lived in this neighborhood first. He just wanted to go back home to what he knew. So not only did he hit it first, but he lived there first. But honestly, if I knew that an ex bought a house 8 doors down in my neighborhood, I would definitely abandon my house. We'd move into another house. That's what emergency funds are for, move into another house on the other side of Jersey and wait until my house sells. Or I would buy the house that my ex was about to buy 8 doors down, and I'd continue to just shut that down. Either way, Kim, Kanye, Ray J's winning. And Suzanne's secret crush, Jeff Goldblum, is about to become a dad for the first time at 62. You've got nice taste.
Yes, he's handsome.
He's very handsome.
He's tall.
He's tall. Yeah, he's like 6'5", right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, he's 62, and his wife, Emily, is 31.
Oh.
She looks a little older than 31. Anyway, but that's probably what happens when a girl dates a more mature man. All of a sudden you take on, this is not the first time I've seen this. When a lot of times when a younger girl dates a man twice her age, she begins to look twice her age. Kind of, sort of. Anyway, listen, Emily and Jeff are expecting a baby boy this summer. And I think that this is terrific. I've changed my position in terms of it being selfish when a man has a baby, so much, later on in life. Only because, if we take our echinacea and we do our push-ups, then we're living to be like 98 and 100 years old these days. Do you know what I mean? So him being a dad for the first time at 62, I don't think is selfish. I mean, ladies, if there's one thing that I can say positively about us only having a limited amount of time to have a baby, it's that at least the child is guaranteed that one parent would be able to get on the floor and play jacks, and have fun, and be, mentally aware. My question is though, how does a guy get away with not impregnating a girl for 62 years? Do you know what I mean? Like how does that work? Because, there's usually a oops somewhere along the way. I mean, unless they're using a condom, they're using the rhythm method. She's on the IUD, the pill, and the sponge at the same time. Like, how does that work? Anyway, congratulations, Emily. Congratulations, Jeff. And congratulations to you for watching today.